Hi, in this video we are going to see about a Java web application project which is entitled as Online Medical Laboratory Management System. Before seeing the execution of the project, let me brief about this project. So we all know the medical labs or the diagnostic centers where the people go for checking up their health conditions based on the doctor's prescription or for self-diagnosis. So they'll be going for making the checkup, for example, for checking the sugar diabetic or for thyroid or for kidney function or for treadmill, for heart disease monitoring. So various kinds of tests are available, scans are available. So people tend to go for these medical labs or diagnostic centers, which plays an important role in the disease diagnosis or treatment monitoring and preventive healthcare kinds of thing. But the problem with these existing medical laboratories are like they are still in the traditional methods, using the various kinds of paperwork or semi-automated process. But these medical laboratories generally generate vast amount of data daily. So they wanted to store the patient information, they wanted to give the test results, they wanted to give about the billing information, and the inventory kinds of things are all available. But the existing systems does not serve the fully automated process, whereas the healthcare industry is currently witnessing a significant technological advancement. But these medical laboratory are still using the manual or the semi-automated process. To overcome all these issues, in this project we have developed online medical laboratory management system, which is an innovative web-based system which is developed using Java as the coding language, with JSP, CSS and JavaScript for the front end and MySQL as the backend database. So the primary objective of this system is to automate and simplify the operations of the multiple diagnostic laboratories by integrating them into unified online platform. So the traditional systems involve various paperworks where the patients need to often have delay in receiving the test results, and the laboratory staff should wanted to maintain the appointments of the patients by entering the details in Excel or in the notebooks kinds of formats to track them, and there is no centralized data management, which makes the difficulty for the healthcare providers to access the patient history and the test results which are already provided. So this system provides an automated process of the complete management of the medical laboratory. So the system developed by us addresses the needs by implementing a multi-vendor concept. So the multi-vendor concept is like where multiple laboratories can register and provide the medical testing service through the common platform. So here we have developed the system using three main entities, that is admin, lab and the patient, each performing distinct but interconnected roles to ensure the smooth function. So totally the online medical laboratory management system ensures the transparency, accuracy and efficiency by connecting multiple laboratories with the patients in a single digital ecosystem. So all these details have been mentioned in the abstract part of the project. Coming to the existing system, so as mentioned, the existing laboratory management system mainly or manual process, or it is based on the semi-automated standalone software applications. So generally the patients want to visit the labs or they wanted to inquire in the telephone kinds of thing about the pricing details, what all the tests they provide, and based on the availability they will be booking the appointment and they will be visiting them and they will be paying the fees and they will be taking the results, and then they need to come back again on the mentioned time to collect the results. So here in the existing system generally relied on maintaining the records and everything. It is a semi-automated process or completely a manual process only. So the existing system, the laboratory staffs handle the administrative tasks such as test registration, report preparation, billing, everything in the manual entries only. So the reports are also usually printed and hand over to the patient when they come back again to the labs. So this makes the patients to visit multiple times to the labs, making the process somewhat hectic. So these are the things that is mentioned in the existing system of the project. So coming to the disadvantages of the existing system, so the main disadvantages of the existing system are lack of automation, high possibility of human error, absence of centralized data management, limited patient accessibility, inefficient record retrieval and report tracking, lack of real-time communication, security and data privacy concerns, limited analytical and reporting capability. So these are all the main disadvantages of the existing system that explain detailedly with the subheading of it in each. Coming to the proposed system, to overcome all these issues that is mentioned in the existing system, we have proposed the online medical laboratory management system, which is a web-based application developed using Java, JSP, CSS and JavaScript with the MySQL. So here we have three main entities such as admin, lab and the patient. So here admin serves as the centralized authority where they will be verifying the labs and they will be approving or rejecting it when they are made new registration. So only after the approval of the admin, the lab can able to log in into the system. This is to avoid unwanted or intruders into the system. So the lab will be listing out their test, that what are the tests that they are making and the description of the test and the price details. And the patient logs into the system and sees the labs that is available and what are the tests that they are making, and they will be booking an appointment. So the lab people will be checking up for the appointments that is listed from the patient, and they will be approving or rejecting the appointment based on the availability. And once after approval, the patient will be visiting the labs and they will be giving their test or medical things, and they will be making the payment everything in the online. And when the report is generated, the patients need not to go to the lab again. They will the lab people will be uploading the reports in the portal so that the patient can able to download the reports anywhere from their place. So these are the things that is mentioned in the proposed system, which detailedly explains about the each and every concept. Coming to the advantages of our proposed system, the main advantages of our proposed system are centralized and automated operation, multi-vendor functionality, enhanced accessibility for patients, secure lab registration and authorization, efficient appointment management, dynamic data visualization, digital report and billing system, improved data security and privacy, real-time updates and notifications, scalability and flexibility. So these are the main advantages of our proposed system, explaining detailedly about the every concept in the advantages of proposed system part. Coming to the system architecture, this is the overall system architecture. As mentioned, it contains the three entities: admin, lab and the patients, where the admin will be approving or rejecting the labs new registration, and then they can able to view the patients and appointments made, and they can have the graphical analysis of the overall system. In the lab part, they will be adding or editing the test that is available in their lab, and then they can able to manage the appointments that is booked by the patients, and they will be uploading the reports and view the graph analysis part. In the patient part, they can search for the labs that is available, and they can see what all the tests that is listed from the labs, and they can book the test that whichever is preferred by them making an appointment, and then they can see the real-time updates such as whether it is a pending, booked or completed kinds of thing, and they can able to make the payment from the patient part itself, and they can able to download the bill in a PDF format for the future reference, and they can able to download the reports of the results in the patient portal itself. So all these things that is stored in the MySQL centralized database. This is the overall system architecture, and these are the modules of the project. And these are the module description, which describes each and everything with the particular functionality that is done with the each modules. Coming to the system requirement, these are all the minimum hardware requirements and the software requirements. The project can be executed in Windows 10 or 11. Coding language used is Java. Frontend content JSP, CSS JavaScript. JDK version is JDK 23.0.1. IDE tool is Apache NetBeans IDE 24. Tomcat server version is Apache Tomcat 9.0.84 and database is MySQL. So now let us see the execution of the project. So first open your Apache NetBeans IDE 24. Now first import the project into the NetBeans IDE. So just go to the file menu and click open project. Now go to the project source code location. Inside the source code folder we have the online medical laboratory management. Just select this and click open project. Now you can see the project is opening. It takes some time. You can see the progress here. Meanwhile, let us attach the database in the MySQL workbench. So just go to the MySQL workbench 8.0. Just log in by clicking the local instance MySQL 8.0. Enter the password as root. Now go to the server menu and select the data import option. Now select the import from self-contained file and select this 3-dot option, and now go to the project source code folder. Inside the database folder we have the database. Just select this and select the import progress tab and click the start import button. So now you can see the import is completed. So just refresh the schema. You can see the database OMLMS, that is online medical laboratory management system. Database is attached successfully, so we can close the MySQL workbench. And coming back to the NetBeans IDE, you can see the project is also loaded completely. So now let's execute it. So just right click it and then select run and kindly wait for a few minutes. Now it asks for the authentication for the Tomcat server. I have given admin and click OK. So now it navigates to the browser part where you can see the home screen or welcome screen with the project title Online Medical Laboratory Management System. Here you can see the features of the project and you can see the entities. Now let us see the entities one by one. First let us go for the lab part. So just select the lab staff. So it will be navigated to the login page for the lab. As we don't have any login currently, we are running the project first time. Let us click the register here part. So it will be navigated to the lab registration page where you can enter the details of the lab. So now let me enter the lab name as Apollo Lab and city name. You can enter your city name, email ID of the lab and phone number, password, and click register. So now you can see the registration is success and awaiting for the admin approval. So even though the registration is successful, the lab people cannot be able to log in into the system by entering the username and password correctly. Also you can see your registration is pending, waiting for admin approval. So this is to avoid the unwanted or intruders into the system. So just let us go to the admin part. So just select the admin button. So you can just enter the default username and password as admin and then click the login button. So now you can see the login is successful. So you can see the dashboard for the admin showing the total number of counts of the total labs, pending labs, total patients, appointments, everything. Let us see all these things one by one. First let us go to manage labs. So now the admin verifies the lab details that is entered. You can see it has a unique ID with the ID, lab name, city, email ID, phone number and everything. So now you can see the status is pending as it is not been approved by the admin still. So the admin has the rights to approve it or rejecting the new lab. So now for this case I'll just give approve. So now you can see the status is updated to approved. So now let me log out. So now if I go to the lab part, I'll give the same email ID and the password which is given earlier during the registration of it and click login button. So now you can see the login is successful. So now you can see the home screen for the lab part. So here you can see the name of the lab, Apollo Lab, and you can see the lab panel here with the dashboard which showing the real-time count, current count of total tests, total appointments completed today, pending reports, earning today's and everything. As we are executing the project first time, it is 0. Now let us see the things one by one. First let us go for the manage test. So just select the manage test part. So here the lab people can able to enter the test that is performed in their labs. So just select the add new test. So here they can enter the test name, description and price of it. So now I have entered the test name as blood sugar fasting, description measures the glucose level in blood after fasting for at least 8 hours, and price I have entered as 200 and click add test. So now you can see the test that I have entered is being entered here with the ID 1, test name, description, price. So you can also able to, the lab people can able to edit it or delete it, the information that is added. So if I click edit, so for example if I'm going to change the price as 150 rupees and click update test, so now you can see the price is also updated. In this way they can able to manage the complete test that is performed in their laboratory. So now I have added some different tests to make the video short. I have not shown you that. So here you can see the test name, blood sugar fasting, complete blood count, lipid profile, liver function test, kidney function test, thyroid profile. So description, price and everything I have done it. So now let me log out. I'll go for the lab part and I'll create some other labs also. This is to show you that this is not to depend upon only lab. This is the multi-vendor function, so multiple labs can able to register. So for example I'll just give as JP lab, city Pondicherry, email ID, phone number, password and click register. I'll just register another lab. For example I'll give the lab as Jipmer, city as Pondicherry, email ID, phone number and password. So you can also give, I have given all with the same city. You can also add some different cities. For example I'll just give Chennai labs. I'll give the city as Chennai and email ID, and click register. So now I have registered for different labs. So let us go for the admin part and approve those things, and let me go for the manage lab. So now in the dashboard you can see there is 3 pending labs. So now let me approve all the labs that I have created. So now let me log out and I will add some of the parts. For example I'll just log into the Chennai lab. So let me add some of the tests for this lab and come back again. So now I have added few tests for this lab with the test name like vitamin D test, HbA1c test, COVID test, pregnancy test kinds of thing. So now let me log out. So now let us go for the patient part. So in the patient part I don't have any patient details. So let us register it by clicking register here. So it will be navigated to the patient registration. So let me create a patient called Alice and enter the password, phone number, city and click register, and now it has registered successfully. So now let us log into the patient Alice and log in. So now you can see the home screen for the patient. Shows the browse labs and my appointments. So just go for browse test. So now you can see the labs that is entered by us, it is shown. So I have entered 4 labs, so it is showing all the 4 labs with the name of the lab: Apollo lab city Pondicherry, JP lab city Pondicherry, Jikma city Pondicherry, Chennai lab city Chennai. So you can add any number of labs here. It is not limited to 1 or 4, so it is unlimited. You can add any number of labs here to show some different kinds of results here. So here the patients can also able to search for the labs based on the city. For example, if I wanted for Chennai, I'll give Chennai. So now it shows. For example, if there is no city, for example, there is no, I have not added anything for Hyderabad. So if I click, it shows no labs found. If you are adding that details, so it will be showing that what all the labs that is available in that particular city. So now if I give Pondicherry, it gives the details of the all the Pondicherry details. So now if I go to browse lab, you can see all the labs that is available. Now the patients can able to click the labs and they can see what all the tests that is available. So if I go to Apollo lab, you can see the test that I have entered: blood sugar fasting, complete blood count, lipid profile, liver function, kidney test function, thyroid, everything. You can see the description, the price of it, and they can able to book the appointment whichever they wanted. So now let me go to the browse labs and go for other lab, Chennai labs. You can see the test that is added by Chennai labs, that is vitamin D test, HbA1c test, COVID test, pregnancy test. All these things have been shown. So the patients can able to select the test whichever they wanted, preferred, and they can able to proceed it. So for example, I'll just select this blood sugar fasting for the patient Alice by clicking the book appointment. So it will be asking for the date and time for the appointment purpose. So now let me enter the update date and time and click the confirm booking. So now you can see the appointment booked successfully. So now the patient can able to see the details in the my appointments part. So it shows the appointment ID, the lab name which we have booked, Apollo lab, what is the test and what is the status currently it is pending, and you can able to see the report, invoice and payment, everything here in the future. So now let me show you. So now let me log out from the patient part. I'll go to the staff part of the Apollo lab where the patient has made the appointment. So now if I go to the lab part, you can see there are total 1 appointment is available. Now if I click this link, so it will be showing to the upload reports part where you can able to see the appointment ID, patient, what is the test name and the details of it. So the lab staff can able to approve or reject the appointment that is made. So let me approve it. So once it is approved, you can see it is it has been, the approval status has been changed to the approval, that is approved. And here you can see the payment details of the payment made by the patient. So currently it is pending. So now let me log out. I'll go to the patient part and show you. So Alice is the patient. Alice logs into their portal, and now if they go to my appointments part, earlier it was pending, now you can see it is been approved. So approved means they can able to visit the lab, they can able to make the perform the test. So once after they have entered the gone to the lab, they'll be making for the payment. So just select the pay now option. They can see the test details, that is blood sugar fasting, for the amount, which payment mode they wanted, card, UPI, wallet, whichever you wanted. You can just select this and click pay option. So now the payment is made by the customer part. So now in the lab part, so the lab people can able to see the update of it. So now if I go to the upload reports part, so now you can see the payment status is changed to paid one. So just if they wanted to click view, they just click the view part, they can see the appointment ID, patient name, lab name, test, and you can see the payment status is paid one. So now once after the payment is made, they will be collecting the blood or urine, whatever the according to the test they will be doing it, and after completion of that they will be uploading the report. They need to give the report. So there, here we have the option of uploading the report. So just select the choose file. So I'll just give a sample data. I'll just upload that detail here. I'll just upload the lab report sample PDF and click upload. So now you can see the process is completed for that particular patient. So it will be moved to the completed reports. In the completed reports, they can see all the appointments whichever is completed. So appointment ID 1 is completed, which is done for the patient Alice, lab name, what is the test, what is the appointment date, status is completed, and they can see the payment is 150, which is also paid one. So now this is for the completed part for the lab staff. So in the lab part, we have options of the dashboard where it shows the total count of the tests that is added, what are the appointments completed today, how many pending reports, how many earning part is done. and in the manage part they can able to add the new test, edit it or delete the test that is done, and they can able to make the appointments scheduled, approve it or reject it, and they can see the payment status, and then they can able to upload the reports, and all the completed things will be moved to the completed report part where we can see the complete details of the patients that has already been done. And in the chart part they can see the two dynamic charts showing the summary of the lab chart, which shows the how many tests that is added, how many reports are uploaded, and how many appointments are currently completed. On the collected amount they will be seeing that how many amount that is collected is 150, if remaining amount is, if pending amount, those details will be shown. This is completely a dynamic graph according to the statistics of the system, it will be varied. So now let us come to the patient part and see. So in the patient part they will be seeing that the status is completed, so they can able to download the report that is provided by the lab person. They can able to download the invoice, that is bill copy, in the PDF format. So now first let us download the bill copy and show you. So this is the invoice, this is a dynamic one according to the lab, it will, and the patient information it will be changed. So this is lab information, it shows the patient details and the lab details, and they see the what is the test name and what is the price of it, the total price and everything is being shown. So coming to the reports part, so whatever the thing that is uploaded by the lab staff part, it will be showing. I have just uploaded a sample report only, so you can upload whatever the information that they wanted according to the test. They can able to upload the values, or they can able to upload the reports of the scanned reports, x-rays, MRIs, whatever the thing they can able to do. This is a sample report only, whatever I have shown you now. So here in the patient parts we can have the dashboard showing the labs and the number of appointments, and they can able to browse the labs, what are the labs that is added. They can able to search based on the city name, and they can able to view the test that is available, that they can able to make the appointments. And in the make my appointments part they can able to see the status, whether it is pending, approved, completed kinds of thing. They can able to download the reports, they can able to download the invoice kinds of thing. So in the admin part, admin has the options of the dashboard, which shows the total count of total labs, pending labs, total patients, and appointment that is available. And they can able to manage the labs whichever is registered newly by verifying and approving it or rejecting it. They can see the patients whichever are registered, and they can able to view the appointments whichever is done, and all the here appointments done to the all the labs by any patient will be shown here. And they can able to have the charts showing the lab status, how many is approved, pending, rejected, and how many appointments are in progress, pending, and total patient that is available. So now let me create some other patient. I'll just create a new patient called Bob here, enter the details of the Bob, city as Chennai, and let me register. So now a new patient has been registered. I'll just log into the Bob login part. So here the Bob can able to browse the labs that is available. So I'll just go for the Chennai labs now, and let us select this HbA1c test, and let me select the date and time for the appointment and confirm the booking. So now appointment is booked, and as usual you can see my appointments part according to the appointment that is made. So now this time I'll just log into the lab part of the Chennai labs. As this is a multi-vendor system, any number of labs can be registered, and here you can see the total appointments for this lab. So currently there is one appointment. I'll just approve it. So here you can see now now the customer has not made the payment. So if I go to view status of the payment, you can see the payment is pending. So after making the payment, it will be updated as the approved made payment. So I'll show you that one. So now let me approve this test, and now you can see the payment part and everything is pending. So now the patient Bob's logs into the system. So as it has been approved, their appointment has been approved, they will be visiting to the labs, and they will be making the payment, and they can select whatever the option they wanted. and once it is been the payment has been made, the lab people will be verifying the payment. So now the lab people will be verifying the payment. They can able to see the payment status is paid. If I go to view part, you can see it is been paid now. So now they will be collecting the data, whatever test they wanted to perform, and after that they will be just uploading the reports to them. So I'll upload a sample report and then click upload. So now it is moved to the completed report part showing the details of it. So now I'll just log out. I'll go to the patient part of the Bob. So now the Bob can able to view the invoice copy. I'll just download this invoice copy. So this is the invoice copy that is for the Bob with the Chennai labs and everything. Details have been shown. So they can able to download the reports whatever they have just given. So I've given the same lab report which I have given earlier. They can able to see the report of it. So now I'll just log out. If I go to the admin part, now you can see the detail as for the customer view patient. You can see I have added a new one, Bob. It is updated here, and you can see the appointments made. All the appointments made to all the labs by different patients is being shown here, and in the chart part also they can see the progress of the data. Whichever is added accordingly, it will dynamically be updated here. So before completion, let us see the frequently asked question for this project. The first question is, what is the online medical laboratory management system is about? So the online medical laboratory management system is about a web-based platform designed to automate and streamline the operations of the multiple medical laboratories. So it allows multiple vendors like lab people to register and provide the diagnostic services in online, while patients can able to browse the labs and they can see what all the tests that is available, and also they can able to make the payment and download the reports in the digital format itself. What is the purpose of developing this system? So the main purpose of developing this system is to improve the existing system by digitalizing and simplifying the laboratory management system by reducing the manual works and improving the accuracy and enhancing the communication between the labs and the patient. So it helps to patients to book appointments and access the reports in online itself instead of going directly or making a telephonic convocation kinds of things also. Next question, what technologies are used to develop this project? So we have used Java for the programming language, front-end with JSP, CSS JavaScript, database as MySQL, web server as Apache Tomcat. Next question, what is the role of the admin in the system? So the admin plays the central authority who is responsible for managing the entire platform. So admin has the rights to approve the new lab registrations or rejecting it, and then they will be seeing the details of the patients, appointment details, and they can see the statistics in the chat part. Next question, what all the functions available for the laboratory part? So they can able to add new test, edit the test that is added, or that they delete the test. They can able to manage the patient appointments by approving it, rejecting it. They can able to see the payment details made by the patient, and they can able to upload the reports of the patient without, so that they can, the patients no need to come back to the labs again, and they can able to see the complete details of the overall system. Next question, what can patients do in the system? So the patient first, they can able to see the list of labs that is available. They can also search based on the location. They can see the available test that is available and what is the prices, all the details and everything. They can able to book it in the online. They can see the appointment status, whether it is pending, approved or completed. They can able to download the bills in the PDF format and the reports also. Next question, how does the multi-vendor concept work in the system? So multi-vendor concept is like, here it is not dependable for only one lab. So any labs, multiple labs can able to register and they can able to provide their service. So that is the multi-vendor concept here. How is data security ensured in the system? So the data security is ensured through the role-based authentication here. So strictly according to the access specified that the admin, lab or patient, according to that only the authentication is provided. Next question, can patients view and download their lab reports online? Yes, that is the main objective of the system, so that has been implemented. So once the lab staff uploads the reports, after the completion, the patient can able to view and download the reports in the PDF format or whatever the format that they are given. Next question, what kind of charts are available in the system? So here we have charts for the admin and the lab part. So admin can able to see the lab status, whether it is approved, pending or rejected, an appointment status, whether it is pending, in progress or completed, and the total patient that is available count in the admin part of the chart. In the lab chart, the lab staff can be seeing the lab summary by total test, number of appointments, uploaded reports kinds of thing, and they can able to see the earning details, how many amount is collected or pending kinds of detail. Next question, how does the appointment process work? So first the patient will be seeing the labs and they'll be selecting the test whichever is required, then they'll be selecting the date and time, and then the lab staff will be approving or rejecting the appointments based on their availability. Next question, what are the main modules of the project? The main modules are admin module, lab module, patient module, authentication module, appointment management module, report management module. Next question, what database operations are handled by the system? So the MySQL database manages all system data including the lab registration, patient records, appointments, test details, uploaded reports kinds of thing. Final question, what are the main benefits of using the system? So the main benefits of using this system are centralized and automated management of labs and patient, easy test booking, report access for the patient, reduced manual errors and paperwork, improved transparency and service efficiency, real-time data visualization for better decision making. Next question, who can use the system? So the entities of the system are administrators, laboratories or patients can use the system. How is the system different from the traditional laboratory management system? So the traditional laboratory management system is dependable only on one laboratory. This project follows a multi-lab or multi-vendor approach, so that multiple laboratories can able to operate on a single platform, which is different from the traditional laboratory management system. So can the system generate bills and invoices automatically? Yes, once the test is completed, the system can generate the bills in the PDF format for the patient. So this reduces the manual billing errors and maintain the consistent financial records for both labs and the patient part. Final question, what is the expected outcome of implementing this system? So the expected outcome is fully digital and automated platform that connects multiple laboratories and the patient efficiently. So it improves the accessibility, accuracy and transparency in diagnostic services, reducing the administrative work and ensuring both better healthcare management through the technology. So these are the frequently asked questions for this project, and this is all about the online medical laboratory management system using Java, and thank you for watching.